The BMW i3 has a starting price around $45,000 and quickly gets up to 60 grand for a nice one. You have to be totally out of your mind to spend that much money on one of these, especially considering a brand new Tesla Model 3 costs less and goes twice as far on electric range alone. However, some people were ludicrous enough to buy these things new, and those cars are now starting to come up on the used market. Such as this one right here. This is our 2016 i3 REx. This car was about $17,000, had 25,000 miles on it. It's depreciated like a tank, and it's really at the bottom of the market, and it's absolutely perfect. And it's perfect aside from one or two things. The first are these really annoying doors. The front one opens up normally keyless, very nice, and then the back door opens up this way. These used to be called suicide doors. They're now called coach doors, as too many people got offended. However, the biggest problem with them is you cannot close the front door first and then the back door. They crash into each other, and it just causes a problem every time. The second problem is to do with the fuel tank. Now, the car comes with a 2.4 gallon fuel tank. Doesn't sound like a lot, but again, you drive it on electricity 99% of the time. The problem is, because of some US regulation, the fuel tank is capped at 1.9 gallons by software. So in order to unlock the full fuel tank range, you need to plug in a computer and code it so that it can go all the way to the 2.4 gallons. And lastly, has to do with the actual electric motor portion itself. The early cars were so snappy off the line. BMW used to say this was quicker off the line than an E92 BMW M3, the one with the V8. However, they were snapping rear motor mounts from all the torque down low. So now the car is software limited to accelerate really slowly off the line and then ramps up the power around 25 or 30 miles an hour. So it's no longer a red light racer, but it is pretty quick from about 30 miles an hour onwards. And the problems don't end there. You see, this is a used i3. It's a 2016. It's the last year they made the car with a 60 amp hour battery. It's about 18 kilowatt hours usable. And that means you only have about an 80-mile range. So you'd think you'd have to drive this car on a 40-mile tether from your charging point at home. However, you'd be wrong. The i3 has a DC fast charging port that can support up to a 50 kilowatt charge rate. Doesn't sound like much, but on this tiny battery, it gets from 0 to 50% in only about 10 minutes. Impressive. There's also a nationwide network of these CCS charging points, so you can easily travel the USA on electricity alone. If you don't feel like charging up, there's a range extender motor on this model. It was an option. And essentially, it's a little scooter motor in the back that runs at max revs when the battery dies, and it directly supplies the energy in the back. So essentially, it's rear motored like a 911. So how's the BMW to drive? Well, it has a fantastic turning radius, as you can see by us doing a circle in the middle of a road. Just incredible. And when the road gets twisty, it's pretty good too. The i3 retains its DNA of its amazing driving dynamics. Although the suspension is a little bit soft and it tends to push a little bit too hard into corners, especially if the road is wet, you can nail the throttle on exit and get the back end out for a little play. In traffic, the one pedal driving is really amazing. All you do is you push the pedal to accelerate and you lift off the pedal to decelerate, and the car will come to a complete stop using regenerative braking alone. This is charging the battery, not using friction brakes. It's super sublime. The main problem with this car in traffic, though, is to do with the adaptive cruise control system. You see, the system uses a camera-based only system. So basically it only detects the car in front of you with vision. It doesn't have radar or sonar or laser or anything else detecting cars. So it can never really be sure visually how far away the car is in front of you. So it ends up leaving really long gaps and people just cut in front of you, and it's super frustrating. There's also another problem with this vision-based system. When the car in front of you stops quickly, this car will not slam on the brakes. It just beeps. It says, hey, I can't slow down fast enough. So then you need to manually take over, jam on the brakes, and stop the car. Not so good there. The best part about the i3, however, is its interior. Spacious would be an understatement. The materials are all sustainably sourced, beautifully laid out, and it's a really peaceful place to pass the miles. Our two dogs fit perfectly in the back, and with the addition of a fan for airflow, they have plenty of cool air. There's plenty of storage cubbies all around the car as well, and once you're in here, you'll never want to get out. Mostly because you'd have to look at the exterior styling, but it grows on you. So let's sum up the i3 as a used electric vehicle. Well, price-wise, you really can't beat it. For them starting around $11,000 for the battery version only, and then spending a little bit more for the range extender, it is so much car for the money. It's so spacious and beautiful in here. It's premium. It's really a great place to spend time. Long-term reliability, not so sure. I think the range extenders had a lot of problems on the early versions. I had a 2014 i3 before we got this car, and that had quite a few problems with the range extender, none of which we've experienced with the later model years, such as this 2016. If you have a pretty normal commute, you tend to stay around town, and once in a while go on a long trip where you could use the range extender, this could really be your perfect car. It certainly is for us. Thanks for watching.